In this short video, you will learn how to make the most of LinguaPic. Let's see how to set it up for the first time. Select your native language. Now select all the languages you want to learn. Don't worry if you're not sure about all of them right now. You can add or remove languages at any time without issues. If you add more languages, you can remove them by clicking the X on each of them. Now accept the permission to collect anonymized usage data if you want to help us improve the app, or leave it unchecked if you prefer. Finally, review the terms and conditions and accept them. Here you need to set up your data usage preferences for ad management within the app. Once the initial setup is done, we will have the option to take a level test for each of the languages we've selected. You can take the test now or later, whatever you prefer. The test consists of 20 vocabulary questions, 5 for each of the 4 existing levels. You must write the translation for each word and press the blue button to correct them. If you get it right, it will be shown in green. If you miss or leave it blank, it will be shown in red. When you've finished with all the words, press the Finish button, and you can see the results and the suggested level. You can change this level manually whenever you want. This is the main screen of the application. At the top, you can see the language you are currently studying, and with the Change button, you can select a different study language. Just press it and choose one of the possible languages among those you've configured previously. If you want to add new languages, click the blue Configure Languages button. We'll see how to do it later. On the home screen, we have buttons for the 2 main functions of the application: Vocabulary Practice and Vocabulary Test. If you press Vocabulary Practice, you'll access a list of topic groups to choose from. If you select any of them, a new list with specific topics from that group will appear. Choose the one you want to study. Before starting the study, you have several configuration options. The first thing is that the app indicates your assigned level, but you can add words from other levels if you wish. Secondly, you can choose if you want the words to be shown in your language and the study language simultaneously, or if you'd prefer a few seconds to guess it before it's shown in the study language. Check that option and set the seconds if you're interested in learning in that mode. Finally, you can choose whether you want the full word to be shown or just a few letters at its beginning. This mode can be very useful when you've already studied the topics, and seeing a few starting letters of the words helps you recall them. Once inside the study carousel, you'll see there are several buttons. The first is to report errors with the words, "All help is welcome if you find a mistake we can fix." The second button is to tag words you find difficult to remember, allowing you to store them together and review. The third button is to play the words audio. It will play each time you press it.
Bebidas.
The fourth button is for the automatic playback of audio. Activate it if you want to listen to the pronunciation automatically every time you change a word. You can set 1, 2, or 3 playbacks per word, or leave it deactivated.
Agua. Agua con gas.
To end the study session, press the Finish button. Statistics will be displayed, and you'll have the option to save or discard the data if you don't want it to affect your global statistics. From the main screen, you can also choose to take tests to measure what you've learned during the study. Select a group and a topic in the same way you did in study mode. Choose the levels you want to be examined on and begin the test. You must answer how each word displayed is translated. Use the blue button to correct each one and move to the next. When you want to finish the test, press the Finish Test button. Here, your statistics will also be shown, and you can decide whether to save or discard them. On the main screen, you have a small summary of your global progress. The total words available are displayed, and it shows how many of them you have studied or tested at each level. It also shows the topics you have studied or tested, as well as the total time spent studying and testing. If you want to see more detailed statistics, go to the Progress section. This consists of 2 sections, study activity, and test activity. Here you can see global study statistics and detailed statistics for each studied topic. As you can see, each topic displays the total data as well as the data for each level, each represented by a color. The test activity section is very similar, but here you can also see graphs of your study progress as you take tests on each topic. Finally, all that's left is to review your user profile screen. At the top, you can see the language you've set as your native language, and just below, the languages you've configured for study. Each language has its corresponding level and a blue button to the right that allows you to retake the level test for that language whenever you want. If you want to make changes to the languages, press the blue Edit Profile button, and you can change both your native language and your study languages or their respective levels. Just below the languages is a notification indicating if there are new vocabulary topics available for download. When there are new topics, the app will notify you upon startup, but if you can't download them at that moment, you can do it from here anytime. Lastly, this is the section for analytics, privacy, and account settings. Press Privacy Preferences if you want to change your data settings for displaying advertisements. Press Analytics Preferences if you want to change your consent for us to collect anonymous data to improve the app. Press Manage Account if you want to reset the app and delete all statistics and settings data, returning it to its newly installed state. That's all. We hope this guided tutorial helps you make the most of LinguaPic. Thank you very much and good luck with your learning.